So this is the template of Luminati. The Selenium one, hopefully you will use it also somewhere. Download. Showing folder. You just can open it up, of course. Unzip it first. Then template Luminati, what is inside? I used it for scraping Funda a couple of years ago, tutorial. So you see the same structure coming back. So that's also one of the advantages of standardizing structure. So you see the same folder again, tutorial. If you look inside, you see different files. The spiders is the file where you normally place your Python file, your parse file. So this one, of course. In this case, if you look in the template, then we see that there is an init file. This init is normally made when a new class is made. When a constructor is being made for a new class, the init is being called first. Let's see how it looks like. I think it's not of importance, but let's open for sure. Open them at Sublime Text. Yeah, there's nothing in it, so that's not important. So you can ignore it. The PyCase is not important as well, if I remember well. There's also the init here, but it's not important either, if I remember well. There's nothing in it, so just ignore it. Then there are 4 setting files of Scrapy. So the first entry point is, of course, settings. So if you look at setting files, you just can open it with Sublime Editor in my case. You get, these are the normal entries that you get. So the name of your bot, the name of your spider module, robots obey. In this case, it's even set to true. So you can also experiment with it. Normally, I don't like obeying to the robot, normally I place it false. Now you see some difference. In this case, line 55, 57, and 63, you see there is a little bit of difference. And there are also some parameters changed, the ones here highlighted. So the parameters that you see from line 79 and on, they all are dealing with the auto throttle mechanism in Scrapy. So in Scrapy, you can also specify because if you crawl to many web pages, so maybe for Funda you will crawl like 10,000 web pages of different houses. Then you can say to Scrapy, how do you want to do it? Do you want to send all these 10,000 URLs one after the other, maybe 1-2 seconds one after the other? So it will make you a lot of work, like 2 seconds times 1,000, 20,000 seconds. It's also then a time sum, right? You can also send out all the crawls in parallel. Scrapy can do that for you. The auto throttle mechanism. Auto throttle mechanism is a nice feature in Scrapy that allows you to control the way all the requests are sent out. So you can specify the delay, the maximum delay. The target concurrency is the average number of requests Scrapy sends out in parallel to each remote server. So in this case, Scrapy will send out 1,000 requests to one server in parallel. So that's quite cool now. And then you know, of course, now, depending on what you pick in Brightdata infrastructure, you can all the 1,000 requests can be spread out over 1,000 different computers. So then the chances that the web page, the web server will find out that you are the same user are very small. Right? You can also say debug the photos. So these are some related, these are some interesting parameters that you can play with also in your team. So you can say, maybe Hermeline is using 100 here and Harry will use 1,000. And then we can see which method works better and how many time does it take. So that you can recommend options that are best for stakeholder. Then you can also, oh sorry, there's one in the chat. What's up, Jari? Yeah, so so these are some nice. By the way, these I also have this other blog, right? Perhaps you did not see it. So there are two blogs. One blog which is a little bit soft, easy to access. This one is written by the CEO of Brightdata 2 years ago after our visit. This blog is a blog which is not out there on the internet yet, but maybe we can, yeah. So this is a blog about these parameters, for example. So this is, as you can see, some screenshots of the proxy manager that I made a couple of years ago. You see the options and you see the parameters. So the parameters that we are just throwing through, they come back here in this blog. And you can, for example, here I have an example of how these parameters are intelligently picked for different settings. So because you're 4 or 5 in a team, yeah, you can do, if you think about it intelligently, then you can make a nice experimental design and contribute to the blog here. So this is one very strange feature that I found a couple of years ago, that that time was not linear with number of requests on the x-axis and on the y-axis the time, but it was decreased. It was, as you can see, it was not complying to an expected linear function, but it was going bananas. And going bananas is something, of course, that is a bad feature because you do not want this for your system. If you have many websites to crawl, you do not want it to be slower in the end. You want to maintain the same pace. So this was a strange finding that I found out. So maybe you are able to replicate. I would be interested in that. If the bananas is still there now, then maybe we can make a blog out of it. But also, if you find some other nice settings. So I wrote down the results here. Of course, you have to read it if you're interested. You have to read it, and then perhaps you can contribute to the blog. And then if you're interested, maybe that's something. Yeah, I did not publish yet because for Brightdata, of course, it's a little bit bad result. So I was doing just initial spying for university if Brightdata was interesting. And of course, it is, and we have to contract now, but this was one of the things that was not a good thing of Brightdata. But maybe, so I would be happy to know if it still exists, or maybe now it's linear. If it's now linear, then perhaps they change their infrastructure, and this bad thing has disappeared. So maybe you don't understand now, but of course it's just a small blog about a couple of pages. You can read if you're interested, and then get a higher grade perhaps if you're up to making a good contribution, or maybe you can be famous in the blog as a co-author. Can also be interesting besides the grade. Now we're getting to regular expressions, right? Oh yeah, the regular expression thing is also in the grading template. So, but that's for the real diehards, of course. Nice. So for those that took a good read of the grading template, you can see that the regular expressions are there as well. So that's also a possibility, of course, to. There are many websites on it. It's a little bit spooky, but some people like it. And it's also an option of cleaning data. Okay, let's go back to the template. Not much time left. So these lines of code we have to bring to our template, to our file. So this is the one how it looks in the template. So now we have to open the one of AutoTrack. So this is the AutoScout file. So now we're going to say Control open the one that we have. So that is the settings in AutoScout. This is how we have it here. Now we have to make the changes to the template. So if we so now we can compare the two files. So we have to activate line 55 and 63. Oh, 55, 63, which is about the downloader middlewares. So downloader middlewares there are many middlewares, so you have to pick the right middlewares. So this is downloader middlewares. You can read about it also. That's also handy of Scrapy, that yeah, if you don't know what it is, downloader middlewares, you can read about it at this web page. So the documentation on Scrapy is quite content. So, and then we have to plug in this this line. So we just copy it. Okay, so then we also need some settings here at the bottom with respect to the auto throttling. Yeah, these are here. Which ones? We have to enable it. So just do it like this: start delay, max delay. So now we are preparing the auto track to be scraped through Brightdata infrastructure. I hope there are not any problems with the big picture this sprint. Auto throttle target concurrency, and then debug. So now we can save it. It's time. Shall I just continue? Because I'm almost done with the files, I think. Sorry. The settings is one. Let's open this one. The pipelines, I think it's not relevant if I remember well. No, it's just this file, it's not relevant. The items, it's not relevant either. So the items is the one that is relevant if you want to make a pipe to the database. If you have that as a team, in this case, then you can just add your Python code here. So in this case, we only need some settings in middlewares. Let's see what they are. So here specifying on line 104 and 105 has been copied from so this is the one that you need to copy in, and here you see the port of Luminati. So just copy this one in. Oh, and then get the reference. So perhaps you would be able to find it out yourself, of course, because yeah, I found it out also just by looking at Scrapy website. So now we open up the thing in auto. This is the one of this is template. This is not a good one. Yeah, here we have the Auto Scout software. So now we open the file one level up because we have the same structure. So it was middlewares, right? So we open it, and then this is the content how it was made. And then we just copy in that that thing. This is the file middlewares, if I'm not mistaken. This is also middlewares. Let me check. Yeah, this is also middlewares. So I'm not mistaking file. So now we can save this one as well, but we have to adapt the port number, of course, to the 9. It was a 9, right? Then we do a save.